Hey everybody, it's ShadowStar here, time for another top 10 list. This time, it's my top 10 songs from Steven Universe. And honestly, I've been really wanting to do this one for a while because honestly, there are so many good songs within Steven Universe, I just had to make a list eventually. Making a list was so difficult too because, quite frankly, there's so many good songs, so even if something is lower on this list, it doesn't mean it's a bad song, it just means it's a bit lower on this list. Every one of these songs I'm going to mention is a great song. Now, obviously, quick note, none of these songs will be from Steven Universe Future. I haven't seen that yet, and I honestly don't believe I will even have songs from it. Maybe I would have, but who cares? I just want to get this list done because all of these songs are amazing anyway. So, without further ado, why don't we get started? Alright, so let's start this list off with the first song on the list, Ruby Ryder. And, well, first off, we have to always say that Ruby is adorable, and honestly, this song is quite sweet. It's this nice little simple song going in the style of country western, so it's not going to get too high because it's a sweet, simple, small song, but it's a nice one, enjoyable nonetheless. It's great from the story perspective as well, because, you know, it's all about the fact that just because you're in a relationship, don't lose yourself within the relationship, and it's nice to just stop and remember who you are and remember to have your own identity, but that doesn't mean you don't still enjoy the relationship. It just means you want to have time apart and want to be yourself. So honestly, Ruby Ryder, a nice sweet simple song. I enjoyed it. So, moving on to 9th position, we have The Working Dead. And first off, love the title, clever pun, love it. But I also just love the fact that this is an actual song. Unlike a lot of the other songs you're going to talk about, because of the way this is in the story, it's meant to actually be a song, whereas most of the other songs you hear are just sung like you would have in a musical, where it's more about the plot and the characters rather than being a traditional song. But this is more like a traditional song. First of all, great to hear Sadie sing. Obviously, her actress is a great singer, as we already knew. But honestly, I just enjoy the song. It's got a very different pace to it, you know. It's got the spooky slow vibe, but all the lyrics are really good. All of it just fits the character so well. It fits everything so well. I just enjoy the song. It actually feels like an enjoyable song that, you know, you could hear as a normal song as opposed to being a Steven Universe song. I mean, if somebody told you this wasn't a Steven Universe song, you would believe them because it's not about Steven Universe. It's a song meant to be a song within this world, not just them singing for the sake of it. And that's why it's so enjoyable. I also have to give compliments to the main chorus. Seems to be a slow inverted version of the main theme. Rather than saying we are the crystal gems, we always save the day, they've got we are the working dead and we lurch for minimum wage. It just kind of mirrors it. I don't know whether it was intentional, but it definitely feels like it, so I really enjoy that. So yeah, I'm glad I had to at least include this, and it's about I believe it is the only song on this list that is not sung by a gem at all. There aren't that many not sung by a gem. I think Sadie and Greg are the only two non-gems to sing, so yeah. But anyway, let's move on. Alright, moving on, it's time for Peace and Love. Obviously, I had to have this song somewhere because how could I not have something Peridot related? This song is a quite little simple one, so it's not going to get that high on the list because for the most part, it's a bit of a talky one, and a lot of it isn't that amazing. It's just your standard Steven singing about something bright and happy with the rest of the gems. But since Peridot doesn't actually sing, but honestly, I kind of like that Peridot doesn't sing. It fits her personality a lot more that she doesn't sing. However, the little verse that she does have in this song just fits her character so well, both within the moment and just in general. It just feels such a perfect Peridot moment when she does have that little line within the song. So it fits Peridot so well. I had to include something Peridot in here because she's just the best, most relatable character there is. Honestly, Peridot has risen to be one of my favorite characters. I don't just mean my favorite Steven Universe character. No. She's one of my favorite fictional characters in general at this point. Honestly, Peridot, I've grown so attached to her as a character at this point. How could I not have this song somewhere? So yeah, Peace and Love. You weren't huge or exciting or amazing as these later songs are going to be, but I had to include you because I got a major soft spot for Peridot. Alright, next up, we have the extended opening theme. Obviously, I had to include the opening theme somewhere in this video. How could you not have the opening theme? But honestly, just listening to it again, it just feels so sweet and simple. Hearing young Steven's voice just really takes me back to the beginning of the show. Reminds me of simpler times. There's not too much to this song, and because it doesn't technically have any story relevance per se, I can't really put it too much higher, as it doesn't have a huge strong impact that most of the later songs are going to have, but it's still a great song. It gives every character a quick chance to do a little shine and have a little moment. It's just such, and honestly, it's just such a cheerful opening theme. As a theme song, you really just love hearing it. Honestly, it doesn't get old hearing it, and hearing the extended version also gives you a quick take of hearing the fact that all the other major characters are really good at singing. Obviously, as we'll get to later in this list, all of them have amazing vocal range, but yeah, how could you not have the extended opening theme? As a theme song, it's a great opening theme. You gotta hear it. It's always delightful to hear it, and it just sets you up for a fun, vibrant show that you're going to be watching, especially in Season 1 where everything was so sweet and simple, even if a little bit filler-filled, but I kinda like it. Simpler times. Oh well, moving on, shall we? Alright, it's time for Other Friends, otherwise known as the Spinel song, and honestly, it's a villain song. I love villains. Villain songs are often some of the best things, and for being a show all about singing, this show has surprisingly few villain songs. I think the only other one that counts is What's Used in Feeling Blue, but that wasn't really a villain song, it was just sung by the villains. But this is a true villain song, and it really feels like it. It feels like something you'd hear in like a Disney movie. It's so jaunty and fun. It also fits her personality so well because while yes, it's a villain song, it's so fun and the music constantly feels like it's bouncing. It fits really well with her animation style. You feel like you're always going to be bouncing along whenever you hear this song. I love how she slips into different accents too. Really feels like her little playful nature still shines through. Sure, she may be evil and twisted, but part of her nature is still there, so I like the way she slips into different accents at the end of different lines. Plus, in the second half, the song really ramps up into feeling like a villain song where she talks about her motive and says, right, we're gonna get it on in this game you don't even know you're playing, and just hearing the music, it really feels like, right, the villain's here, let's get it on, that type of thing. So, honestly, it's a villain song, and how could I not love it? Yeah, this is, I believe, the first song within this list that's from the movie, and oh boy, I never expected the movie to get 3 songs into this list, and this is the first of them. So yeah, the movie had quite a lot of songs, so no surprise quite a few are making its way into this list, and how can I not have a villain song? So yeah, let's move on to the halfway point. Alright, making our way into the top 5, we have It's Over, Isn't It? No, not the list. I mean, that's the name of the song. It's over, isn't it? And honestly, it's a song that made me, and probably other people too, really turn around and appreciate Pearl, because up until this point, I'd been really dismissive of Pearl, and I'd always been told that I'd like Pearl, and I was never quite sure why. Then I got to this song, and oh boy, this song really hit deep on certain lines. It really made me understand Pearl a lot more, and I appreciated some of the lines that, honestly, the song really does hit home. It really does feel sad in certain moments. It's honestly a song that, regardless of the actual nature of the show, a lot of people can probably relate to in some way or another. Getting to Pearl herself though, oh boy can Pearl sing. I mean, we've heard Pearl sing before, but some of the notes she hits and some of the ranges she has, she can get really strong notes in this song. It really feels like something you'd hear in a proper musical or an opera or something. It's so strong. Honestly, Pearl, wow, what a great singer. Can't love it just enough. But also some of the lines are also much more stronger or subtle when you know more about Rose and Pearl's relationship and the deeper secrets there is. Some of the little lines she has feels like they've got extra double meanings or extra moments when you know everything, which just makes a song even stronger. But Pearl's great singing, a relatable song, a song that made me turn around on a character. Yeah, no wonder it made its way up to the halfway point. But let's move on. 4 songs left to go, and they're all pretty good ones. Alright, 4 songs left to go, and it's Stronger Than You. Yeah, I had to put this song somewhere high on the list, and it's a song that made me appreciate Garnet, because up until now, Garnet had mostly been like deadpan comic relief to me. She had good moments, but she really had very few lines at times. This was the first Garnet song, and oh boy, does the show love to use Garnet singing. They just took their time waiting for it, because we needed to appreciate her more. Obviously, it comes off the heels of the Garnet revelation, but honestly, this song's so good. First off, it goes really well with a fight scene that's happening in the show, but beyond that, it's such a good song. It's got such a good melody that you can't get out of your head. It's got such good, powerful lines. The show falls in love with having Garnet's actress sing, and you can't blame him. She's probably one of the best singers on the show. Trust me, they love to use Garnet singing, but yeah, it's a song that you just can't get out of your head because it's got a nice repetitive tune that keeps getting stuck in your head. It's a nice boastful song. It also kind of starts in a slight bit of a rap. I remember the first time I heard it, in the moment the song began, I was like, oh no, please tell me she's not going to rap. But then it kicks into the actual song. It's like, oh wow, this is really good. I think it was pretty much the first song I really fell in love with. Up until now, most of the songs hadn't been that spectacular, and honestly, I believe this is the earliest song within my list too, so yeah, how could I not have Stronger Than You? It's one of the songs that's been stuck in my head ever since I heard it, so how could I not have it? So, what 3 songs will be making the top 3? Alright then, top 3, and once again, it's another song from the movie. It's Who We Are, which is the song sung by Bismuth. So honestly, this is another song that came out of nowhere. I mean, it was about time Bismuth sang. She was a character that came out of practically nowhere. I mean, she had one appearance in season 3, and we basically forgot she existed right up until like the last handful episodes of the season. So yeah, she really came into her own light very quickly and very strongly and became a great character. But getting to the song at hand, oh boy, did you think other characters couldn't sing? Oh no, Bismuth can sing too. She's got some great lines and moments in this song that really are strong, good, heavy lines as well. Plus, I love this song. It's got a back and forth duet. When Bismuth is speaking, you've got this kind of funky, mechanical melody going on, which kind of really fits her character as a builder. But then when it switches back to Steven, it goes back to the more depressing tune of him singing in the future. It's like he gets a depressing version of in the future, and she gets a strong altered version of being the Crystal Gems, which honestly, it's a great song. It's a great alternate version. It really fits the B team well to really, power you back up when you're feeling down, and I really love it. It's such a good, strong song that hits hard. Plus, you get a quick cameo by Peridot and Lapis also chiming in. Honestly, it's a really good song, especially the ending. It really hits hard, and you really feel like, yeah, we're back in this. We're really going, and yeah, I still love the clever way the music switches back and forth between Steven and Bismuth before Steven finally joins in, and yeah, I'm glad Bismuth got a song. Literally every character has gotten a song at this point, so I had to include this one. I was surprised the movie would give me so much good material to work with, but yeah, love it. How could I not have this one in the song? Bismuth can sing too. I wasn't expecting that. So, what's making the runner-up position? It's Just One Day, the wedding song, and oh boy, I really, really wanted to put this in a top position, and it was so close to making it until very recently. This song is incredible. First off, it's the longest song in Steven Universe history, at least outside of Future. I don't know if there's any song longer than it, but it's 5 minutes long. How much longer can you get? First off, I love the opening of the song. It subverts expectations, because when the song opens, it's kind of sad, and I'm thinking, oh no. When I first heard the song, I was thinking, oh no, I don't want that. I want something fun. And the song does exactly that. The song subverted my expectations with the exact message of the song being, no, we're going to put the sadness of this weirdness aside and just have fun. It's so great. I love it. There's kind of some clever mixed morals to this song. On one hand, you've got the clever moral of sometimes you should put everything aside and just have something where you just say, right, let's just have fun and happiness and focus on that for now and worry about the other stuff later. But there's also a bit of irony. We say we need to put everything aside and let's not ignore everything, but the irony is, this episode teaches that you can't ignore things because the wedding gets crashed by the big plot. So that was amazing too. So there's a little bit of irony. Sometimes you can't just put everything aside. There's also some clever foreshadowing of Peridot's moment where she kind of reminds us of both Lapis leaving and the cluster, two things which come up later in the episode. So Peridot gets to bring us some foreshadowing, and basically every little character gets to have a little moment. But honestly, this song is Steven's highlight song. Seriously, this is the best and biggest song Steven has. Huge compliment to Steven the actor, because, oh my goodness, we've heard Steven sing plenty of times and we knew he could sing, but as a reminder, this is not the actor's natural voice. They're doing a young character voice, which you'd already think would be difficult for most males to do, and then holy crap, do you hear that high note at the very end of the song? Steven hits several high notes throughout this song, especially at the end, and he hits and holds a high note for over 10 seconds. Oh my god, that's incredible. But yeah, love this song. Everyone gets a moment. Even though it's the longest song there is, it doesn't feel like it drags on. Every little bit moment is such a clever character moment. There's lots of little clever lines like Peridot's foreshadowing or Amethyst talking about how it might be controversial. Every little character gets a moment, and of course it ends with every character getting to say the last line. Oh boy, was this a spectacular song. I was so close to putting it into the top position, and I was constantly flip-flopping on whether this or the other one would make the top position. So, what did make the top position? What actually did I end up thinking was better? And is it actually better? That's a tough one. So what's better than the wedding song? Well, so what song takes top position? It's Happily Ever After in the Future. And this was the opening song to the movie pretty much, and first off, it's another really long song, and I can't believe I decided to put this at the top of my list. Don't get me wrong, it deserves it, but oh boy, it was tough deciding which one would be better, but I think I know why I think this is better. For one thing, every character gets a moment. I know that happened in the wedding song, but in the wedding song, Steven was pretty much the only one singing, whereas here, every major character gets to sing. Steven, Pearl, Amethyst, Garnet, they all get to sing and show off their vocal range one last time. They also get to, although it's technically exposition, it's clever because we need that exposition for the events of the movie, but also it's just a delightful song to sing about who they were and who they are now. It's just so fun. Every character gets a great moment. Steven once again can sing brilliantly. Up until now we've heard his kid voice, and the thing with acting is sometimes people sing better in a voice that isn't their own than they do their own. But obviously Steven as a, not quite adult, but Steven grown up and not needing to sound so young, can still sing quite well and hold a lot of really good notes. Honestly, plus I love the end where everyone's joining in. I love synchronized singing where the whole cast joins in and you can hear the individual voices. But seriously, I love the little moments, especially the fact that every character's song includes like their little theme tune music that we've been used to hearing. Like when you hear Steven singing his little origin story, you hear like clips from the opening theme. Then of course when you hear Garnet, you hear clips from Stronger Than You, and I'm sure Pearl and Amethyst have moments too. I'm just not as good at picking those two up, but once again, get to hear great vocal range from Pearl, the amazing smooth singing of Garnet, Amethyst getting some good moments because Amethyst is great singing. I didn't have any songs that were especially Amethyst focused on this list, so it was great to hear her sing, and every character just tells a great story. I particularly enjoy Amethyst the most. I don't know why, but honestly, I enjoy it all. It's got a great ending when they're all singing together. It just is such a fun, vibrant song to open up the movie with. A fun, vibrant song that I just love hearing every little moment of every little character, even getting very teeny tiny cameos by Peridot and Bismuth at one point, but everyone gets a turn. It's great to have everyone here. Oh, what a great song, what a great tune, what a great song. It's a great way to end this list and a great way to start the movie. So, there you have it. Top 10 songs. What an amazing list. What a great pile of songs. What a great show that I've just fallen in love with. How can you not love any songs? But I can understand that this list, it's quite an interesting order, and deciding which one goes where was very, very tricky because I love all of these songs. So is there a song that you think should have been in this list? Is there a song you're shocked was so high or so low? Tell me. I'd be very curious as to people's opinions on this list because, yeah, this list was tricky to make, and honestly, these songs could have gone in any order, and I'll be surprised. I'd be interested if anyone thinks it's a song that was perhaps left out, but hey, if I left out a song, like maybe Amethyst on the Train, then I'd have to knock off a song, and what song would I kick out of this amazing list? But enough about that. This show's great, its songs are great, and with that being said, I will see you next time for more Steven Universe stuff and other things as well. See you next time.